Christmas. This is Randy Flag. I don't know if I'm going to get somebody here. I'm not selfish enough to request people to come. If you're around. That's such a cool thing. I'm now in Cornelius, North Carolina, and this has been one of the best Christmases ever because the weather was so fine, and I did everything I wanted to do today. The biggest gift was my children and I at home, and they behaved, and my beautiful wife is at home, and she didn't yell at me or anything. And I played Witcher, and I got a whole bunch of things. Witcher 3, I told you I'm playing that. I did everything I wanted to do. I went to the bar. I pretty much wrote like 2 pages, you know. I gave them a big Christmas tip because I really believe that people should not be working on Christmas. But if you are going to be working on Christmas, um, the flag will support you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do auto drive or ooh, I'm probably going to do auto drive because I want to talk. I want to focus on speaking. I don't want to focus on driving. So, but there's a lot of people. If you can see, like, see, a lot of people. The place is actually packed tonight. So, but I hope everyone is having a wondrous Christmas time. These years have been a very happy time for me. Okay, because I mean, uh-oh, home. Okay, it's going home. I was scared, but you see, it's so nice out. It's very nice here, but I'm gonna put it back on me. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to celebrate with some of you guys. I know you're not gonna be on live, but this is something for you to have. And the theme is that old people have not become bad. It's that bad people have become old. Do you understand that concept? That it's not that old people have become bad, it's that bad people have become old. Because, in my opinion, I think that the good die young. Good people, for a lot of the time, they die young. It's the old people that live to like 99 to 100 because they got money. It's better for, it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than a rich man to make it into heaven. You ever heard of that? Right? And rich people grow old. They grow old. They grow to 90. Ooh, you should have saw that car. Oh, you ain't see that car? It was like all decorated and stuff. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I think either it's gonna be tomorrow or tonight of Christmas. Who went to jail this Christmas? So I'm gonna have the mug shots. Cause y'all think I forgot about the mug shots. I ain't forget about the mug shots. I'm just waiting for something interesting. I didn't get a lot of views for my mug shots before, but I'm telling you, you guys should look at my mugshot videos. They're quite interesting. Okay, so tomorrow or tonight, I'm going to do a video on mugshots for the Christmas mugshots, and that ought to be very interesting. So, what are people saying? Why are you driving a Tesla? Don't you know? Oh my gosh, another one of these fucking idiots. Excuse my language. You mean why I'm driving a Tesla? Because I'm not driving it. It's driving by itself. That's why I'm driving it. It's so much brain rot in America right now. Y'all just love the narrative. You love the narrative of the Elon Musk is shitla. Like he must be shitla. Like Elon Musk must be shitla. Why? Because he wanted to balance the budget in the United States. Why do you hate him so much? Right? Don't you like African people? He's African American. Don't you, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you like him? That's right. That's racist. That's racist. He's African American. Why do you care what I'm driving? You're like the third or fourth person talking some crap about Elon Musk. Who gives a hell? You don't Because he's making money, he has to be evil, right? And you gotta be one of those type of people who like AOC, right? AOC, you like AOC. I'm sure you like AOC. She's telling you, oh, tax the billionaires, tax the billionaires. See, 10 years ago it was taxing millionaires. But now they're saying tax the billionaires because now she's a millionaire. She's rich. So she ain't gonna say tax her. No, she's gonna say tax the billionaires now. Because before she got into Congress, she was in debt for college loans. Now I think she's worth like 50, 60 million dollars. And so put them likes up. You praising these idiots while at least Elon Musk is out in the open. At least he's doing something for the world. I mean, if you're gonna be like an asshole or whatever to people or whatever, at least you gotta give back, right? And so he got Neuralink. That's gonna be very big. Artificial intelligence, sending people to Mars, right? Uh, Cars that can drive themselves. I mean, that's what you want, right? Why do you hate people like that? I don't understand. Because somebody told you he's racist because he want to balance the budget. Yeah, he got Asperger's. He got autism. You think he's racist because you thought that he did the what you call it, the Yahtzee symbol when he put his hands up, but you don't say nothing when Hakeem Jeffries did the same thing? Like, people are just stupid. I'm just telling you, there's too many stupid people in America. I can't stand it. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. What are you doing, mate? What I mean, what are you doing, mate? I think that YDWDYM. Listen, if you want to leave me because I like Elon Musk, go ahead. I told you, I don't care. Like this year, um, this year, well, next year, which is coming in a few days, I'm gonna shout from the rooftops. If somebody asks me, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, I love Trump. I'm a conservative. F you if you're gonna judge me for that, right?" And I'm not gonna do it like out in the open where people don't ask. But when people start talking that crap about conservatives and Republicans and all that, I'm not taking it. I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative." I'll be like, "No, I love Trump. I'm not MAGA, okay, but I love what he's doing for the country. I'm not MAGA. I don't belong to no kind of organization because I think some of MAGA is a cult. I'm not with that. Okay, where you got to do dress up and wear all this memorabilia and all that stuff. No, 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 no. I just like what he's doing for the country. See, there's a difference, right? For people's dressing up and doing all this other stuff and having performative art. Nah, I like the guy because of what he's doing for the country, and I've always liked him. And so I don't want to hear nobody's bullshit about, oh, you're racist or you self-hating. I don't care what you think. Okay? I just don't. I'll rant about it, but I really don't care. Like 10 minutes later, I'll forget about it. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by not caring. Dee. So what I was saying was, old people have not become bad. It's that bad people have become old. And when I say that, I mean people like Bill Clinton, right? Who, when he was younger, we all kind of, a lot of us, the young people, we worshipped him. Or we liked Bill Clinton because there was jobs and stuff. And I guess I don't know. I just felt like I was doing good during his era, right? I was working and stuff. But then I came to a like realization, like somebody told me or I read it somewhere, where when you're young and if you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. And if you're not a conservative when you get older, you have no brain. And that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? If you're younger, you're full of such you're this idealist, right? You think you can fix the world and everything. Your ideology is like, I want to change the world. I'm invincible. And then when you get older, you kind of somebody says a little slow your roll, relax, look at what's before you, and you look at what's before you, and you're like, how could I believe in this? And so you could use Bill Clinton as a caricature of that. You can use Bill Clinton as a caricature of um, old people are not bad. Have not become bad. It's that bad people have become old, and Bill Clinton has become old and bad and evil. We didn't think he was evil back in the days, but he was always this type of person. Him and his wife was this type of person because a good person, a person that had the interests of the world in their heart would have divorced Bill Clinton whenever the time was because Hillary Clinton, knew what this guy was doing way back in the days. I mean, she was going to that island way back in the days, and I mean, they had Michael Jackson was there. Well, like I'm even thinking differently about Michael Jackson. Always respecting Michael Jackson, but I don't know what to think now. I seen his photos. His photos there, like in the island on the. I gotta wait for more information. Now people gonna say, this lady, German lady, said Trump was in the photos. And I'm like, yeah, he was in the photos with the girls blocked out, but those are grown ass women, and they blocked out the faces to make you dumb at the people that are dumb. Okay, so they blocked out the faces to make the dumb people think that, oh, those are young people. That's why they blocked out the faces when they were adults. All the photos that he's taking pictures of where he got his hands around the waist of some person, those are adult women, and they already said that he wasn't on the island. They never saw him, right? But they said they saw Prince Andrew. They said they saw like Bill Clinton. Well, they scared to say they saw Bill Clinton. They don't say none of that because nobody asks, right? So the Democratic Party, the left, they don't ask, or the news organizations, you see Bill Clinton there? They don't ask that. Okay, they'll ask, did you see Donald Trump there? But they won't ask, did you see Bill Clinton there? The woman that offed herself, that unalived herself, she even said, nah, Trump was never there, right? She said Trump was never there. Now they fighting over her estate because she had like a couple of $1 million, and they fighting over her estate after she unalived herself. Her family is fighting over her estate. So, I mean, in my opinion, this is all about money. One about money, second about um trying to get Trump. It was never about um those women, justice and all that. That ain't about justice because if it was really, and even to the, I'm just gonna say it out loud, even to the victims, I just don't think uh in their heart of hearts it's about being a victim. I think it's about money. They've been getting a lot of money from this, doing tours, doing talks and all that other stuff. Getting money from that. And I put them in the same category as I put Greta Thunberg in. When you get famous, you know, like I used to like Greta Thunberg or whatever. When she said that, like, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, that thing she said at the UN. But then when you read more into her, when she stopped her mom from working, like if you read about Greta Thunberg, like her history, like when she was young, she had Asperger's. They diagnosed her at 11, right? And then she had something called selective mutism. And selective mutism is like you only speak at certain times, or you only speak when it's absolutely necessary. And that's what she did with her parents. And her parents is going crazy because they didn't know what to do, right? This is one of their daughters, and because she's choosing to do it. Greta Thunberg is choosing to do it. She don't care about how her parents feel, right? And her mother was an opera singer. Her grandfather was this prolific actor. Her father, I think he's in show business too. Okay, so he's an actor. So she came from like pedigree ilk. She ain't come from no poor class. Okay, but her mother was an opera singer, and she would usually have to go overseas to sing. And Greta was like, "You can't do that no more because the carbon footprint. You got to reduce your carbon footprint. If you don't reduce your carbon footprint, I'll never talk to you again." It's like something like this. It was just like a blackmail, emotional blackmail. And so her mother had to stop singing internationally, like taking planes somewhere to go sing in the opera. And that's where the lion's share of her money went, came from. And so Greta at like 11 through 15 did all of these crazy things. And this is before I knew it because I used to respect this girl, right? And then I was like, she's like quite selfish. And I see some of her traits in my daughter, like people with autism, they have no empathy for others. Like a lot of them don't have empathy. They only care about what they can get from society. Like my daughter is the same. Like um, she could see her mother suffering, and if she's not getting what she wants, she don't care if her mother's suffering, and it's scary. Those are the traits uh of serial unalivers, right? Um, and the way she deals with animals, also. But anyway, Greta Thunberg, she didn't want to go to school. She just wanted to do this climate change junk. And they said, "Oh, I'm not talking because of climate change because I felt so crazy about climate change." And then this one person hanging out in the Swedish parliament, and then some person happened to tweet her doing this, and that's how she became a superstar. And now she's just all it's just all performative art. It has nothing to do with climate change now, because now she's doing like social activism. Now I understand climate change, you know. Um, I can understand why she's doing that. Now social activism, that is something that's very complicated that I believe someone of her age doesn't understand yet. She really does not, right? I'm assuming she could be Jewish because her name is Berg. So it's like, but again, it's German, but they had German Jews, so I don't know. But that's that. So we're gonna see her when you get older. She's gonna become more evil and more evil and more crazy, and that's why I say like old people have not um become bad. It's that bad people become old. And so Greta Thunberg, she was innocent enough probably when she was younger, but as she get older, she's gonna be more evil. She stopped her mother from flying planes to do her job. But if you see videos, you see Greta Thunberg disembarking from airplanes. So you stop your mother from working, from flying across the world, but you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's just it's crazy when you really think about it. Like the the selfishness that had the selfishness that they had to endure, the lack of empathy that they had to endure, for this girl to succeed in doing what she does. Right? Let me see what you're saying. Oh, I got Bob Spore. Why are you driving Tesla? Don't you know about? And then Fabio. I think they all the same. Oh, he said, "Yo, flag." Oh, he said at EO. Yo, flag, bro. You always in the dark. Yeah, because I'm taking when I do the videos like in the evening. So I'm sorry about that. And I like the contrast. I like the contrast. I don't think it's that bad. Look at that. That's like the a Tribe Called Quest, man, or De La Soul. You know. But I'm gonna succeed in this life more than what you think it's gonna be. I'm going forward, doing my thing. What's up, Matt? What's up, Matty? How you doing, brother? That's two G's. That's two G's, Matt. And I do be reading your Twitter stuff. Like you be sending me Twitter things, and I read it, but I don't answer. But I do read your like. So keep sending them. Like I read them, I just don't answer them. I read them, but I just don't answer them. I wonder how this look like in the video. If it look like this, is it okay? I think this is a good way to make videos, actually. So yeah, the people say, "Oh, I'm unsubscribing. I'm unsubscribed." So I was like, I looked at my subscription count, and I was like, "Well, it should be going down, right?" because because people are unsubscribing, but it actually went up. So I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna be, talk about Donald Trump all the time and all this other stuff. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something else that I found. So yesterday, let me show you. Before I start talking, look at that. Look at it. Oh, you can't see the beauty because the lights are on. But um, let me see. Ooh, you can't see the Christmas lights and everything. But me and Jenny and me and um, I should tell you what happened to me. Like I'll lead it up to that. So that's gonna take like 15 minutes or whatever. So my daughter Zena didn't want to go to school in the past like 2 weeks. She don't want to go to school. Um, she's like she said she was super depressed because in math she's not doing well because she's in honors math, math 3 for high school, which is like I guess is really difficult. We put her in too many honors classes, so we put her in like two honors, one AP, or three honors and one AP. So all her classes, none of the classes are like regular classes. And so it proved to be too much work for her. And we didn't know because it's like that's the first time we registered for classes. And so we made a mistake. And so we wanted to take the stuff back. Like, listen, this is too much. We didn't know because we have no information. She's just coming into high school. We are parents. This is our first teenager. We don't know how things work, right? And so we made a back. That was like like 4 or 5 days after the first day of class. Down here, they don't let you like unenroll from a class and just like downgrade because we want her to downgrade. Like, just take an easy math class, okay? Since you're not doing well with that, but the other stuff you can still keep your honors and your AP classes. They said no, you can't do that. You got to just keep going forward. And so now she's probably gonna get like a D in math because she really had a math class. She don't want to go. She don't want to do nothing. And I can't. We can't make her go. We can't. We try everything. The psychologists, everything. All that. She just don't. This school has like the teacher has made her not like math, like hate math. I couldn't even blame it on the teachers. Just that us as parents made a mistake, and I think Xena just easily gave up because she's addicted to like Roblox. She don't want to take time to do the math. You know, you could take time and do it, like if you put your effort into it, right? No, but because of the autism, she has to be on a. Some things are repetitive, and so it's Roblox. Roblox has basically ruined uh, a lot of the things in our family. I'm gonna tell you, like with my son, it's ruining him, and you can't stop Roblox. So I tried to stop it. I was like, "Yo, you didn't go to school because first she didn't want to go to art class because she's like, oh, there's something that art class. I'll take her to art because we pay like $200 a month for her to go to these art classes, right? And then last Saturday she was like, I don't want to go, and I'm like, why? She said, oh, because Roblox has something, some type of thing, some kind of event where they just suck the kids in these Roblox freaking things, right? And so I was like, I've had it with this because Friday she didn't go to school either, and so Friday she didn't go to school, and then Saturday she didn't go. She didn't go to her class that we paid for, and I was like, Zena, I've had it. Uh, so I cut off the internet, and I could cut it off through my apps, right? And so because she didn't do everything, like her phone, her iPad, everything, her Mac, whatever you call that, iMac. She can't use none of that because she was gonna try to go. Because what she does and what these kids do, they jump from one screen to the next. So if the phone is out of power, they jump to the iPad. And the iPad is out of power, they jump to the computer. So they just jumping from one thing to the next, and it's hard to stop them because you can't physically stop them. I want to just beat their asses and be like, "Yo, stop! You can't be doing this." But you can't do that because they go back and tell, and then they send DCS out here, and then you in trouble, right? You just can't go beating their ass, and you can't talk them out of anything. You can't talk Xena out of this thing. She will out rationalize you. Plus, now I think she's more intelligent than me in terms of academics and debating wise. She's just more intelligent. I cannot like compete. So it's like, yo, I gotta cut her the internet, right? It's not a good thing for you. You have to have screen time cut off. Do the Aries. So Aries did everything he was supposed to do. Okay, Aries did everything he was supposed to do. He got all 100. He got all A's. His all classes for quarter two, all straight A's. He just get all straight A's. It's crazy. He get all straight A's, and so he's allowed to use internet because even though he's also addicted to Roblox, but he doesn't go and skip in school and do all that. He just goes, he goes to school and stuff, and so he had karate in the morning. We also paid for karate for him to go to karate, and so he did everything he needed to do. He went to karate, even though he don't want to go. He went, right, and so he get to play his stuff, and then Xena see him playing his stuff, but she can't play her stuff. And I tried to separate him before that happened, but she went and found him, and then she physically took his pad or whatever he was playing with, like his phone. He said, if I can't have it, he can't have it neither. So she took his stuff. And I was like, Xena, you got to get that back. You can't do that. He did what he's supposed to do. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. Right? He said, I don't care. And she was taking it. And then I had to physically take it from her. And then she started scratching at my face and my hands. You should see. Like um I got war wounds. She scratching on my hands, face, my belly here. She started physically attacking me. I wasn't even hitting her. I was just trying to get the pad away from because I was like, you can't do that. You know, and Aries just screaming all at the same time. And so, I kind of managed to take it away and I give it back to Jenny. And then I said, Jenny, you gotta run, like run into the room with Aries and stuff. But now Xena knows how to open the door with the fork. So she opened the door and she got the fork. And he's like, if I can't have nothing, I will take down this family. That's what she said. If I can't be happy, I will take down the family. And then she had the knife. And then I had to physically take the knife from her because I was like, what you gonna do with that knife? I mean, not knife, I'm sorry. What you gonna do with the fork? He said, I'm just gonna defend myself with it. And I'm like, what do you mean defend yourself? Because nobody's attacking you. You are the one attacking others. And so you can't reason with her. And Jenny can't control. She can't do nothing. Like she's utterly useless in this situation. Utterly useless. She can do nothing. Right. And so if it's up to Jenny, she'll let Xena just run over roughshod over everything. So I have to take that's why she likes Jenny. She likes my wife because my wife does not she does zero discipline at all. Zero. Okay? Zero discipline at all. Zero. And so I had to do what people used to do to me when I was in the group home. I had to restrain her. I had to sit on her. I had to like do the half guard. And while I was doing the half guard, she's trying to bite me, trying to scratch me, trying to do all types of stuff. 15-year-old girl acting like a 9-year old, like a 9 or 7 or 9-year old, having a temper tantrum. And there's nothing you could do because I want to call the police. So I was gonna call the police. I was like, she needs to be locked up or she needs to be committed. Because I'm like, we can't be having this in the house. Um, you can't be doing this, right? We cannot be having this. I'm not, and you can't leave me powerless in this family. And that's what she has done. So Zena has left me powerless. At the end of the day, I let her go, and then I turn the internet back on. And my wife, who she is very wise, and so I listened to Jenny, and she said, um, "We are not dealing with our daughter now. We are not dealing with with our child. We are dealing with a patient." And that hit me raw. She said, "We are dealing with a patient." And when you deal with a patient, you don't want her to be put in a group home or in jail or in some place, right? Because I tried to call the police, Jenny stopped me because she was on the attack like that. Like, it was crazy. And so I was just like, Jenny, I don't know what to do. And she was like, just give her what she wants, because what she wants is not a lot. All she want to do is sit in her room and play games. We are not dealing with a daughter or child, and we are dealing with a patient. She's sick. She had autism. She's sick. And I did the, I got the ABA, I got the psychologist, talking with her. We had an ABA specialist that was talking with her, and then they just disappeared from the face of the planet after that Somalia crap happened. The Somalians using ABA and autism to, bamboozle American taxpayers. So now, you know, as that happening, the ABAP, I'm like, where you at? Why you ain't saying nothing to us? Like, because our insurance pays for everything. So why aren't you like here, like, want to take our money? And I think it's because a lot of these ABA places, these behavioral autism, behavioral whatever places, I think that they are fraudulent, right? And they know that Trump is clamping down, and now they're backing off, you know. And so, because I'm like, where are you? You should be hounding us, not me hounding you, like, to help my daughter. Like, this is money in your hands, right? This is long-term money, like weekly. We didn't hear a word from him since Thanksgiving, right? And so now I'm at the precipice of what to do with this girl. And the thing is just to, like the Beatles said, let it be, let her be. And you can lead the horse to water, you can't make them drink. Like, we tried to lead Xena on the good path, but she doesn't have empathy. She's very apathetic to everything, and nothing you could really do. You just this is what it is. E. coli DNA plasmoids into the U.S. Ooh, let me hear that up. Huh. Rahul Singh Raput. Sir, I'm from India. Are you gay? You're not from India. You're the same guy changing like different names. But anyway, whatever. So that is what was happening with my daughter. Now she's okay. We just give her whatever she want, and we just like just let her do whatever she want. She's not gonna realize failure until she experiences it herself, because she's very spoiled, right? And so it's really hard to deal with, because she has autism, plus she got the puberty, plus she got the menstrual cycle, and plus she's violent, you know, and plus she has threatened us, like I'll take down a family if you don't give me what I want, and that is, I think back on, like, you think back on these type of people that unalive people, right? And she has that potential inside her, and I know it because my brother, I got a brother went to jail for murder. You know, I got another brother who closed the door on the fingers of that, the nephew, and who gave me he blinded me in my left eye, Okay, so this is genetic. This violence is genetic. You just have to have enough willpower to suppress it. I have willpower. I have suppressed my violent tendencies. My brother couldn't. My brothers couldn't. And so it has like this disease has festered inside Xena, and she cannot control her violent nature. And so I feel bad because it's like, damn, why did my parents give me this disease to pass it on to others? I will not have other children. I refuse to have other children because I know they're gonna come out like this. Because autism is just like it spreads. You cannot stop it, and it's a disease. I don't people pretending like it's not a disease. It's a disease. It depends on which one you got, right? And so as this disease has progressed, it has gotten worse for Xena. She has gotten more apathetic, like more not caring about anything. Um, Not caring about anything about her life, not caring about other people's life. We've had the medication, so I just started her on medication, Lexapro, and I'm hoping that can do something. But so far we just give her whatever she want, and she don't require much. And if she don't want to go to school, then she don't go to school. Like I can't do nothing about it. Some people may say kill or cure, you know. It's like kill or cure. Is it you? This is my house. You do what I say. I can't do that, man. I can't throw her out. Like I'll go completely insane. I can't do it because I love my children too much. I cannot allow her to go out. And I kind of we got harking back to like freaking Rob Reiner. He got a sick child. You know, I can understand from his perspective why he let his son do that because he could never imagine that his son would kill him and kill his family. You know, I don't agree with Trump said, but I understand what he said, but I don't agree what he said. I didn't agree with what Donald Trump said about um, Rob Reiner. But like that kid was born with, maybe he was born evil or something, or maybe he was like nurtured into that, you know. Uh, and you would never think your child would unalive you. And so I look at like Rob Reiner's ordeal as a a lesson that needs to be studied. And so I look at my daughter and I said that could happen if you take away what she want because these games are like drugs to them. It's the same as Rob Reiner's son. Rob Reiner got maybe he got schizophrenia, but he also was using taking drugs and stuff, right? And my daughter, she has autism, and the games are like drugs. And I think she's capable of hurting the whole family. We got cats, and what she does with the cats are crazy. The cats don't like her at all. Like my cats don't like my daughter. They try to stay away from her. Hamlet, whenever he sees her, he just runs because she does stuff to them. You know, like squeezing them too hard or this kind of thing, and that is something from my genes. You know, and when they say nurture versus nature, some people can be just naturally like that no matter what you do. I think if we had taken the games, we had introduced her to the iPad at such an early age, maybe could have helped. But I think she would just have find another vice to become addicted to. This is a disease, you know. It's scary, man. It's scary, I tell you. Merry Christmas. It could be that, like how things were, like how things are. I think they just get too much information. It's just too much online. Because whatever Aries talks, whatever Zenas talk, whatever they learn is all from online. They're just like walking memes. Everything. Their whole conversation is just from online. And if you go to school, when I go to school, that's all the kids. That's all their information is that. It's like everything is from online memes. That's their whole being. As soon as you start talking, you start something that's semi interesting. It's That's when they start talking. But Xena got it worse than the rest. So uh, we just let her be. Just let her be, and hopefully she'll realize that the path that she's walking is a path that you cannot succeed in, right? And if she doesn't, then she doesn't. Um, Me and Jenny's like, yo, we're leaving like at a certain period. We're gonna go to China. And Zena, you gotta live your own life, right? You gotta live your own life. Whether you can't just be staying with us and doing this kind of stuff. You can't stay with us and because I'm like, Flag will F around, put you in a home when you get older. Like if you can't cope with society, that's gonna have to like we're gonna have to commit you because I can't trust you. I cannot trust you when you at home with us and you don't get what you want, right? Extremely intelligent. And that's the dangerous part because she's extremely intelligent, extremely apathetic. It's scary how apathetic she is. She don't give a F about nothing. Like, I forgot what I was supposed to be talking about. When I was talking about my daughter, I was supposed to be talking about something else, but mm. So this is what I gotta deal with, and I mean that's it. That's how the world is, bro. Oh, I know what I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about Avatar. So me and the wife, we went to the movies. Xena don't want to go, so it's just me, mom, and Aries. Me, Jenny, and Aries, and so we all went because she don't want. She just stay in the bed and just play her iPad all day. That's what she do the whole day. It's all iPad. That's it. She drag it everywhere she go, and I'm telling you, the iPad is worth more than we are. And so we went to see Avatar, Avatar 3, Fire and what do you call it, Fire and Ash. That was good. You gotta go see it. You gotta go see it. Fire and Ash was awesome. Like it's 3 hours and 15 minutes of nonstop action, basically. 3 hours and 15 minutes of this crazy action. But one thing I noticed, and I want to talk about that. One thing I noticed, and that had to do with like it's linking, it's segue from Greta Thunberg, is there were no black people in the whole movie. And in 3 hours, there were no black people, there were no Chinese, there were no minorities, there were no Latinos, there were no Indians. It was all white women and white men in the movie. And I noticed it like at the I was like, why they not even a soldier? Not one soldier was black. Not one soldier was, and I wasn't complaining about it. I was just noticing it. Like it's very fairly obvious, right? And I know that Avatar is kind of like an allegory for the colonial settlers of uh of New England and of of England, right? And those people happen to be all white, right? But like, is that really smart to be doing that in this day and age at this time, right? And so this was a very liberal movie because it's kind of like a Greta Thunberg type of thing, right? Um, they made it very liberal because you made the natives are kind of very archaic, or they're the caricatures of of Native Americans, right? They're not very intelligent. They're not as intelligent as the white folks, right? They have all of this technology and everything. They got guns. They got all of this kind of stuff. But the natives only have bows and arrows, and it's just like, really, you still doing this type of storytelling, right? Where you think that people of color are stupid because the only people of color were the people were the natives of Pandora, and so those were those encapsulated the Chinese, the black, the Hispanics, right? The Asians, the Hispanics, the blacks, right? Um, and it was just like, what, huh? And you had the antagonist, the other antagonist, the woman, the fire woman, and this reminded me of this the honorary whites, the Chinese honorary whites, because the military, right, the world military, they aligned with the bad antagonist of Pandora, who was like, she's also one of these alien creatures, right, and her group, right, but basically it was just like, oh, they're honorary whites, and they all elemental like Chinese are, right? When they dealing with the elements of these types of things, and I'm like, what? This is like an allegory, and they still think that we are dumb, that people of color are dumb. Those people that colonized Pandora, no, they tried to trick you into thinking that these are conservative white males that are doing this, right? Um, but it's it's the same old, same old. It's the same MO. It's liberal white women. You had Edie Balco, where she's from my university. She played Edie Balco, she's from The Sopranos. She was Carmela, right? She went to my university. So you had Edie Balco playing a general, right? You had the same dude, I forgot his name, John or something, playing the same role, right? Uh a white per guy that steals the body of a black person, that kind of appropriates the body of a minority. It's all kind of like these kind of things you can get out of it, but it's not that complicated. All it is white liberals black explaining. That's the whole movie. White liberals black explaining. It's uh this guy's what do you call it? James Cameron's. It's supposed to be his magnum opus, but it's not. We know his magnum opus is either Terminator 2, Titanic, or Aliens, right? This is not his magnum opus. This is just a vanity project that he's doing, and they're gonna give him unlimited money to do what he want to do. He's gonna make Pandora's 4 or Avatar 4 and Avatar 5. I mean, I'll watch it because it's if you don't think much, you can enjoy it. But when you start thinking, then you understand. Like you had the white guy that appropriates black culture in there. um, who he can't breathe the atmosphere of Earth, of this Pandora, right? So you got to put him on a mask. He's white, right? And he got dreadlocks, so he's appropriating the culture of black folks or whatever. Well, they say like dreadlocks are appropriating, like, if you white and you got dreadlocks, you're appropriating black culture. I have no comment on that. I'm just saying, how it's perceived, right? And so this white guy at the end is finally accepted by the black culture because he sacrificed a lot of himself. He even sacrificed his father, right? His white father to be with these minorities of black folks, right? Because he feels at home with the black folks, and it's just crazy. And it's just like these liberals in Hollywood, they got the gall to make shit like this. I mean, I enjoyed it as a movie that you don't think. Just don't think and watch the movie. You enjoy it. But after the movie, when you start analyzing stuff, you just like, and you're not stupid. It's like, oh my gosh, it's another liberal woke movie. Like you don't got no minorities as the people colonizing the planet. Nothing. Not no minorities at all. They see us as blue monkeys, um, swinging from trees, right in the forest, or the boat people of what you call that group in the is next to Micronesia, I think. Like I think it's Indonesia. Those people that only swim in the water, their whole life is the water and stuff like that. And so you got these types of people, right? And it's like, and they're all like, they're not intelligent. They're all stupid. They deal with all of these traditions and this kind of stuff that they're not technologically advanced, and they're at one with nature and all this other stuff. Like what they think about black folks and what probably James Cameron thinks about black folks. They're the same thing like Stephen King. Like Stephen King, if I ever told you things about Stephen King, what I like his writing, but I don't like him as a person, um, because he looks at black folks like we are crap, right? That we are lower than the low. If you read any of his books, in most of his books, I would say 99%. Okay, 90% of his books, he or his characters has to call a black person a ninja. Okay, even the movie that just came out, right? The Long Mile or something, where he's just running, they're running, right? The walk or something, the long walk. I made a So the long walk. If you read the short story, somebody calls a black guy a ninja. Like in every one of his stuff, the black guy is a ninja. Is a ninja. He cannot go beyond that, right? He don't have smart black characters. Okay, you can't call Red a smart black character. You would call the other dude the smart black character. You don't call Red the smart black character, right? Um, he's not the one that thought of the how to dig the hole inside the wall, right? Red is just an accessory, right? He's just the magical Negro, basically. And so, like people like Stephen King, that's what they do to black folks. They black explain. What you want to call black explaining, right? They're telling us who we are. They're explaining to us, or they're giving us lectures on who we are and who we're supposed to be, right? Instead of letting us talk. Like I told you before, when I was in China, how I would write these articles, not send them in. Nobody would listen to them. Nobody would read them. Nobody would look at the videos that I was doing, right? And then the biggest article at that time was some two white guys talking about black racism in China. And I'm like, you had people here that are black that could tell you about black racism in China. They don't even still don't do that now. They'll get some like black woman who will tell you half truths about the racism of what's going on in China. She won't give it to you raw. She just a little pebbles of, yeah, I experienced people look at me weird and this and that and that and that, but they're not telling you the experience, the real experience, because they're scared that they would get canceled or nobody will listen. I don't know, right? But now they use these type of black people to black explain to white people how racism is in China. Before they use white people to black explain. Now they use black people to black explain, right? Um, and I got that all the time. I told you I had that with the German I was talking to the other day, and it's just like she black explaining on how I should feel, right? Because I like Donald Trump, and so I like him because of A, B, C, and D, right? I don't want illegal aliens in this country because it hurts black people and employment, right? It hurts black people and certain facets of society, right? It hurts us to have people that are alien that are coming in and having these opportunities where black folks could have had opportunities, or you are moving those people into our neighborhoods, right? And so we have to compete with them for resources, and you'll have people black explaining. She's black explaining to me of why I should accept these illegal aliens, how I should feel about the situation when she don't have to deal with that situation because she don't got to deal with them. See, as soon as you move them into your atmosphere, then it's something different, right? And so yeah, that's what I noticed, in Avatar was just like there's a lack of of different cultures, and you'll see it. If you watch Avatar, go see it. And I think it's the same for Avatar 2. I'm not sure, I forgot, but I think it was the same for Avatar 2. It wasn't, you don't see black folks in it. I mean, yeah, or Asians, or none of like Asian soldiers or Hispanic soldiers. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Bruh, stop paying attention. What's that mean? I don't even know what that means. But no, I'm not calling the police on my daughter. I know you might want the downfall of my fam, so I'm not doing that. You think I'm dumb that I don't know you, the Indian person who said I'm talking about gayness and all that? But anyway, I gotta go. All right. So like and subscribe. Peace. This is the flag, and have a merry freaking Christmas, people. Peace.